Watch this satisfying return. Side topspin serves look tricky, but there's one telltale bounce that gives them away every single time. In this lesson, we're covering how to judge and return a short forehand side topspin serve. In match play, side topspin is actually easier to return than side backspin. There are more options available, so the tips I'm sharing here are more about the mental side. Why? Because side topspin's real danger is deception. The motion disguises it to look like side backspin. Just like I explained with side backspin, you must get low and stay sensitive to the contact. The motion is nearly identical. The difference is extremely subtle. So how do we judge it? First, try to see the racket face at the moment of contact. But when the server uses a fake motion, it looks just like side backspin, and the ball comes out soft and floaty. The one reliable rule is this: no matter how deceptive the serve, a side topspin ball will always bounce forward more. You must catch that moment. Once you judge it correctly, you have plenty of return options. Watch side topspin bounces forward more noticeably. Compared to side backspin, the ball feels harder off the bounce. Let me show two serves. First side backspin, then side topspin. See how side backspin is clearly slower. Side topspin still jumps forward and upward slightly. Now why do I say side topspin is easier to return? Look from my perspective. Side backspin skims low, it drops right along the net, never rising above it. But side topspin, no matter how well disguised, will at least stay level with the net and jump forward. That means it sits higher than side backspin. Today we're looking at how to handle short touch against side spin serves. With more space, I can push downward on the ball. If I catch the first bounce with good racket angle, my short touch will be tight. Miss that first bounce and slow down even slightly in a match, that's a fatal mistake. So every detail matters. First, keep your center of gravity low. Against a strong topspin ball, you cannot rely on your hand alone to play the short touch, especially in matches. Many players train this well but fail in competition. Why? Because in training you're completely relaxed. I want you to practice every ball as if it's a real match. Imagine it's 10-10 in the deciding game, that tense, cautious mindset. Today we're looking at how to short touch against side spin serves. Once you build this technique into a long-term habit, your consistency in matches improves and your fluctuations decrease. Let me demonstrate a common mistake with side spin topspin. If your center of gravity isn't low enough and you only press down with your hand, look, my hand is already down, but the ball still pops up. The key is using your whole body, legs, waist, chest all pressing down together, riding the side spin arc. When you do this correctly, the force multiplies, your opponent feels real weight on the short touch. Remember, use your whole body. Don't raise or clamp your elbow. Keep your elbow one fist from your body. Your right shoulder must be lower than your left if you raise it. Your center of gravity shifts left and you can't press down on the ball. Your playing hand, leg, and shoulder press down together, shoulder forward, body tilting sideways. Only this side lean lets you reach into the table and catch the first bounce.
只有侧心才能进到台内，对吧？我如果不侧心，我这样，你看它稍微发短一点，或者说我这样，我是捕捉不到第一跳，第一跳可能在这个位置。
If you stand square, you can't catch the first bounce. The only option then is reaching with your arm, which is very unstable. Instead, tilt your body sideways, press your right shoulder down, and angle your chest toward the floor. Your whole center of gravity works to counteract the side spin topspin, converting it into a strong right side backspin back to your opponent. Watch, right shoulder presses down, beautiful arc. My hand barely moves. My body weight carries the racket face downward, using body force to wrap the ball and redirect its energy. So remember, side lean, shoulder pressure, and let your body do the work.
大家可以看到，我手基本上没有动作，我是身体重心带着我的拍面往下走，往下，我是靠我身体的力量去包住这个球，去借它的力去摆短。啊，那么还是摆短，还有一个非常重要的，尤其是侧上旋呢。
Side topspin bounces up, so whether you use penhold or shakehand grip, you need to find the feeling of the ball dwelling on the rubber. Don't just slap at it, that's a one-shot gamble. On top of your pressing action, add control. Let the ball stay on the rubber longer, almost wrapping around it. This makes the ball much more obedient and controllable. That's your margin for error, use it well. Let your body weight guide the stroke, don't just fight the ball head-on. This comes back to the mental side. Approach every touch with a focused, control-first mindset.
不要说直接的去对抗这个球，这又是回到我们一个知行合一、赛练结合的一个最重要的一个心态方面。这也是心理建设，怎么说呢？我们要有一个紧张、集中，或者说
Train every technique for real match situations. Focus on control, that's what's practical. Don't blindly add power in training thinking it'll work in competition. In a real match, controlled quality is enough. Chasing extra power will cause problems. It's a choice. Read the forward bounce, use your shoulder and body mechanics, feel the ball dwell on the rubber. Practice judgment first.
这样的话，比赛一定会出问题。所以说，这就是一道选择题，大家在训练中一定要去注意。